Okay, so for today, kita dah settle dah with the regression on last Tuesday. So today, I will explain on the group project. Okay, so kelas hari ni tak adalah sampai 5 petang. I will just explain and then you can continue discuss with your team members about the project. Let me share the screen first, yeah. Okay, so I dah masukkan this one project guidelines ke dalam Google Classroom. Okay, as you can see here, your Google Classroom, you scroll down kat sini dekat stream, you scroll down and then you akan nampak this one group project. One is project guideline. This one I will explain today. Then I have the list name for each group. Okay, so we have 3 or 4 members in each group. Okay, so basically group 1 until group 5 will assign, I assign to topic 1. Topic 1 adalah descriptive statistics. Okay, which is we learn in week 2 and 3. Okay, next group 6 sampai group 10 you dapat topic 2 which is linear regression yang kita belajar on linear regression and also correlation lah. Kita belajar last week and this week. Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned on Tuesday, I tak nak you calculate manually. I want you to use SPSS software. Okay, kita try new software lah. Untuk you new lah, tapi untuk statistics it is very common software lah. Okay. Then I already assign group project tu kepada 10 names only. Okay, which is nama-nama ni adalah nama yang pertama di dalam setiap group tu. Okay, cuba check is it the correct one ada ataupun ada yang I duplicate dalam satu group tu I assign 2 orang ke. Okay, so we have 10 groups. So you akan masukkan report dalam you punya this one lah, this group project ni. Okay, and then one more thing, I akan create one Google Drive where you need to upload you punya data. Okay, data tu dalam Google Drive you akan masukkan group 1 you make lah new folder. Okay, you buat satu folder group 1, then group 2 until group 10 you masukkan you punya data, SPSS data. Okay, so that I can check, I can rerun. Okay, nak check balik betul tak apa yang you run tu. Okay. Okay, so kita go to the first one. Before that, you can try search dekat dalam you punya Shopee. You boleh type SPSS software ataupun SPSS version 27 ataupun 28. Okay, you boleh masukkan. And then kat situ akan keluar harga dalam RM5 atau RM2.99 pun ada. Carilah mana satu. Then you click buy. Then you akan dapat the apa nama dia, key dia punya key number lah, key number tu. Dia akan minta email you. And then dia akan email you the key number and then you install lah SPSS. Okay, boleh kelas? Ada jumpa tak? Ada tak? Ada. Okay, so boleh lah beli murah je, RM5 macam tu Okay, sebabnya SPSS dia UiTM ada subscribe, tapi dia subscribe untuk postgraduate which is master and PhD dan juga staff UiTM saja. Okay. Okay, so this is the project guidelines. Akan ada 2 topics which is DS, descriptive statistics, and also linear regression, LR project. So you are required to do one only. Okay, kalau you buat 2 topik, I takkan bagi markah lebih pun But I assign satu je Markah untuk satu topik only. Okay, so this is the general project resource. Below is a general outline of the topic that should be included in your report for either project. Okay, the type of project you are conducting will govern the specific step you should follow to analyze and report your data. Okay, for project specific outline, you can see project task which is in page 2 and also page 3 lah. Okay, kita akan go through one by one lah. Okay, so this is the section yang you need to cover. Okay, bila you buat report nanti, the section will be introduction, and then next section akan jadi population. Next section will be variable, then data collection, study design, a result for descriptive statistics, then result for statistical analysis, finding, and also discussion. Okay, tak perlu buat ni chapter by chapter, tak perlu just a case study. Okay, I nak tengok macam mana you guna data tu, you apply ke dalam SPSS, I nak tengok macam mana you faham ke tidak and then how you interpret, okay, and then what is the discussion, okay. Okay, so now for introduction, you state the topic of your study. Okay, first kita akan nak tahu topik ni, you kena tengok data apa yang ada dulu So we go to Kaggle. Okay, you boleh type in Google, you type Kaggle. Okay, Kaggle website. Dalam ni ada banyak data. Bila you type Kaggle, then you click data set. Okay, there's a lot of data set here. Kalau you tak ada account, you kena create ataupun linkkan dengan you punya Google. Okay, so I dah ada, so I dah log in. So this is my username and then my profile lah. Okay, so we have a lot of data here. So here is the trending data set and then this is the popular data set. Okay, you boleh download any data set. Okay, yang ada quantitative and qualitative data, any data set. Okay, any data set. Then contoh credit card. Contoh I ada download satu data credit card approval. Credit card clean version. This one. I will use this data set. I will use this data set as the example for today's class yang I akan apply in the SPSS. Then definitely this data is tak boleh digunakan lagi lah of any groups dia tak boleh guna So this is the data. You scroll down, you akan nampak this is the data. Kejap salah ni. Sorry, bukan yang ni. Kejap. Credit card approval. This one. Ni clean data ni. Credit card approval clean data. Yang ni dah tak boleh guna dah Okay. So kalau you tengok kat sini, dia tak mention pun what is the population. Okay. Tapi in our project, kita kena mention population dia. Okay. So you can create your population, your own population. So now nanti I akan faham lah. So you create one population. Okay. And then topics of your study ni, you tengok data you nak berkaitan apa. Okay. First, dah tengok data ni, so we have gender, we have age, we have depth, and then we have married, bank customer and so on. Kita ada 16 variables sebab ada 16 columns. Okay, if you want to download this data, you just simply click download dan dia akan download. Okay, boleh try. Okay, kalau ada masalah boleh interrupt me and then ask me. Okay, tapi you kena log in dulu. Kalau you tekan sini tapi dia suruh log in and then you kena log in lah. Kalau tak ada you register lah ataupun linkkan dengan you punya Google account. Okay, Gmail lah. Okay, you click download. So I dah download. So I have the data. This one this is the data. So open with Microsoft Excel. So this is the data. So we have 16 columns. So we have 16 variables. Okay. Okay, tapi kita tak perlu nak guna all the variables. Okay, sebab kalau you tengok dekat project description pun, okay, project design pun, you hanya perlukan at least 2 kuantitatif and 2 kualitatif. So I just choose this one. Kalau you nak choose lebih pun boleh Yang ni I just mention at least, okay. So kalau group contoh ada 5 group yang buat DS, project DS. So kalau saya kata most of the groups tu menggunakan more than 2, okay. So I akan bagi dia markah lebih sikit lah sebab effort dia lebih lagi kan, okay. Compared to that one group yang menggunakan only 2 kuantitatif, only 2 kualitatif, okay. I will look at that one lah, okay. Sebab you pun ada like 4 members in the group kan, so boleh lah bahagi-bahagikan, okay. Okay, itu berkaitan data, how to download, and then what is the population, and then the topics, okay. Okay, so next is the variables. So define clearly variable that you obtain during your data collection. Okay, so about the data, you menggunakan secondary data sebab you download from website. Okay, you tak collect data. Okay, so tak perlu nak mention about the data collection lah. Okay. So this should include information on how the variable is measured and what possible value in this variable has. Okay. Yang ni what possible values, meaning that you kena tengok lah the variable, what is the minimum, what is the maximum value. Okay, kena tengok semua tu. Okay, number 4 is about data collection. Yang ni I mention tadi. Describe your data collection process, how you collect the data. You tak collect data, so you just mention you get from Kaggle website and then you download, okay. And then include your data source, okay. You bagikan a link lah, URL, okay. And then your sampling strategy, you tak perlu mention lah yang ni sebab yang sampling strategy, stratified semua tu, random sampling tu, okay, simple random sampling tu you tak gunakan sebab this one is on primary data saja, okay. This one can ignore, and then include the total number of observation, okay, berapa sample size yang you ada lah, okay. From here the sample size adalah banyak 690, okay, 690. Okay, next. Okay. So next, make sure kalau lah you ada missing value. Pernah dengar ke missing value in the data? Pernah?
Tak.
Oh, tak pernah. Okay. Missing value ni adalah this one contoh dekat dalam any row ni tak ada value. Okay, ataupun sini tak ada value. Okay. So different variables yang tak ada value ni. Okay, so you can remove these two row ni you boleh remove, okay, and then you clear lah, clear content, delete, okay, you delete. So sekarang ni you punya variables akan jadi number of observation akan jadi 688, okay. So as long as, maknanya kat sini you boleh remove how many you want, tapi you kena mention lah how many samples yang you buang, what is the percentage yang you buang. As long as the sample size above 30 should be okay, I terima. Okay? So far okay, boleh follow?
Boleh.
Okay. Okay. So next next is the study design. This one, study design, you describe the procedure. Okay, you boleh construct one flow chart, which is the above one adalah start, okay, start, and then you download from Kaggle website using the link of linknya, okay. Then after that apa yang you buat, the next apa analysis yang you buat, apa chart yang you guna, and then finally adalah end, okay, akhir lah, tamat, okay. So you tunjukkan you punya study design flowchart. Okay. Next, you ada results. So untuk descriptive statistic, you need to give the relevant descriptive statistics for the samples you collected. So this one, descriptive statistic adalah the mean, the median, the mode, okay, and then some of the charts lah. The minimum, maximum, and then standard deviation, variance, and also range, okay, which is maximum minus minimum value, okay. Okay, settle this one. Number 7 is a statistical analysis. You need to describe the results of your statistical analysis. Yang ini kita akan go through one by one bagi detail So tapi nak mention kat sini the result can be 2 section, which is for descriptive statistics and then another one is statistical analysis. Okay. Okay, number 8 is the finding. So you dah dapat semua output from SPSS, you need to interpret the results. You kena interpret in the context of your original research question. Relatekan dengan you punya case study lah, topik tu. Okay. And then was your hypothesis supported by your statistical analysis? Adakah you punya hypothesis tu relates dengan statistical analysis you buat tu? Okay, and then explain it. Okay. And then number 9 is discussion. What conclusion? Okay, do you believe you can draw as a result of your study? Okay. And then if the result were not what you expect, what factor might explain your result? Okay. You expect X higher and then Y also higher. Tapi you dapat negative value, which is negative relationship. X higher and then Y lower. Okay. Which is bercanggah lah dengan you punya result tu. Okay, you kena fikirkan what are factors that might explain your result tu. Okay. And then what did you learn from the project? What did you learn from the research variables? Okay. Then what did you learn about the specific statistical test yang you gunakan? Okay. Last, okay, itu yang last lah. Discussion. So basically you kena buat conclusion. Okay. So kita akan pergi kepada the first topic, which is topic descriptive statistics. Okay. Untuk yang dapat topik linear regression pun perlu dengar about this because some of the step ada yang sama. Okay. Along the way, I akan gunakan juga I akan tunjukkan juga cara nak import the data sebab kita dah ada kan data from kita dah download. So I akan explain by using SPSS nantilah. So, in this project, you will select at least 2 quantitative and 2 qualitative. Which is quantitative ni adalah yang bernombor So, kita ada this one. Contoh, I am interested with quantitatifnya adalah age and then years employed and also income. Okay. Yang lain boleh buang lah. Okay. And then for qualitative, which is categorical, I interested in gender and also marriage. So kita buang that. Kita buang bank customer, industry ethnicity. Okay. Then kita buang remove prior default, employed credit score, driver license by yang ni citizen. Kita buang okay. Zip code pun kita buang and also approve ni buang juga. Okay. Okay. Kalau you tengok kat sini, your data ni berkaitan credit card approval. Tapi tak semestinya kita kena buat case study on the credit card. Okay. So kalau you tengok kat sini, my variables adalah gender, age, married, years employed and also income. Okay. So meaning that I nak tengok is there any relationship between years employed dengan income. Yang kita faham lagi lama orang tu bekerja dalam company tu lagi tinggilah dia punya income. Melainkan kalau dia pergi jump to another company yang then dia kena start dari bawah. Okay. Macam tu lah. Okay. So now I have 2 qualitative which is gender and marriage and then I have 3 quantitative which is age, years employed and also income. Okay, sebab dia bernombor ada decimal points. Okay, so kat sini I ada 3 quantitative and then 2 qualitative. Okay, so then you go to number 1, introduction. State the topics of your study as a research question. So apa topik yang boleh digunakan untuk this data adalah more to staff punya karakteristik lah. Okay, dia ada gender, age, married, years employed and also income. Okay, next. define the population. So the population here, as I mentioned earlier, dalam website ni dia tak mention what are the population. Okay, kalau ada mention, kalau dalam website ada mention, then you kena guna that population. Tapi kalau tak ada, you can create one population yang relates dengan you punya data. So in my case, so dia more kepada staff characteristic. So the population will be all staff in Megah Holding Sendirian Berhad. Contoh, you bagilah satu nama, satu company tu So kan kita cakap tentang population. So population must be, ada perkataan all dekat depan All staff in a company. Okay. So itu untuk population. Okay, next, number 3, you define the variables. So define clearly the variables that you obtain during your data collection. So you can mention what is the variables So you just mention these 5 variables. Okay, yep. Okay, so we continue with the data collection. Okay, data collection, describe your data collection process and sampling strategy. So kita tak ada guna ni, so we just ignore the first sentence here. We just use secondary data. Okay, if you use secondary data, provide a brief description about your data set. You need to mention the source of data set, which is Kaggle website. And then you need to mention the URL link to the data set, and then description of variables in the data set. So you can mention about the variables lagi detail sikit lagi. And then sample size, berapa sample size you have in the data set. Okay?
Madam,
yes.
Yang description of variables tu kita kena mention yang semua ke atau yang kita pilih je?
Yang kita pilih saja. Okay. Okay, good question. Untuk number 3 ni, you kena mention dulu. You ada mukadimah sikit lah. You kena mention, okay, in this data set, we have 16 variable. But we only interested to use 5 variables. Macam tu lah. Okay, you ceritalah, kena ada satu penceritaan. You jangan simply say, kita guna 5 variables saja. You kena cakap, you ada 16 variables in the data set, and then we are interested to use 5 variables only, which is 3 quantitative and then 2 qualitative. Nampak tak macam tu? Okay.
Kiranya kena bagi reasoning lah for each of the variables tu.
Yes, betul. Ada penceritaan dia lah. Okay. Okay, next. Data collection, sample size. Okay. Ni sama juga sample size ni. Contoh, you punya data tadi ada 690 samples. Okay. Tapi you ada missing value. And then you mention lah berapa missing value you ada. Then you want to remove that missing value. Okay. At first we have 690 sample size. But after we remove the missing value, the remaining sample size yang digunakan for the next analysis adalah berapa? 500 ke? Okay. As long as above 30 should be okay. Okay, clear? Okay, next. Next is the study design. Study design, identify the statistical procedure you use to analyze your data. Yang ini, statistical procedure yang macam saya cakap tadi lah, ada flowchartnya. Dan kalau you gunakan, ini ada the first topic kan. So for the first topic, you akan kira mean, median, and then you kira mode, okay. Variance, so semua formula untuk each analysis tu, you kena mention the formula, okay. You mentionkan the formula, okay. And then give relevant design details, okay, which is determine the type of each variable as quantitative ke, qualitative ke, and then discrete ataupun continuous, and also the measurement levels of each variable. Okay, so Okay, so sekarang ni I nak tunjuk sekali lah. I tunjukkan sekali how to